The show will begin in 5 minutes. Three minutes until showtime. Heads up, the show kicks off in 90 seconds.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are coming to you live from the floor of the Giant Center here in the sweetest place on earth, Hershey, Pennsylvania, on the PIAA Radio Network. I am Andrew Klissa alongside sports legendary commentator Rich Scarcella. Rich, we got a good one here today, boys. Single A final. It's a classic battle of West meets East. Sankofa Freedom versus the Neighborhood Academy.
Not only that, Andrew, it's a rematch of last year's Single A Boys Championship game that Neighborhood Academy won 60-51. Plenty of motivation for Sankofa. They've eyed getting back here since that loss last year, and a couple of their players were quoted after their semifinal win. They wanted to play Neighborhood Academy, and they got their wish.
They absolutely got their wish. One guy to look for motivation from Sankofa, Samad West. He exaggerates a little bit, as Coach Isaiah Thomas told us. He said after the semifinal win over High Point Baptist, he goes, I wanted to get back there. I missed 15 layups in last year's game. He is hungry. On the other side, Neighborhood Academy, they come in 25-3 on the year. Coach Jordan Marks, he used to work in the video department for Jamie Dixon at University of Pitt. He runs this program like a college program, from the way they prep to warm-ups. And he says it's a young team, but they have the motivation to carry on what happened last year.
Yeah, he's got an outstanding record, 105-25. This is a young team. He had to rebuild. They lost 5 out of their top 7 players last year, 4 of their top 6 players last year, including Courtney Wallace, the state single-A player of the year, who is now playing at Yale University. So a little bit of rebuilding for Neighborhood Academy, yet they've managed to compile a 25-3 record and to get back here in the state final.
Courtney Wallace, he was a treat. I was on the call last year for this game. He was a treat to watch. He could do it everything. Big, thick point guard, could go inside. And I bring that up because Jordan Marks gave him the key to the gym when he was a freshman, and he had just had total access. The key was passed on to Dante Wright, who's going to be wearing number 4 tonight for the Bulldogs. He's a 5'10 sophomore. He's kind of in that same vein. Doesn't put up the production of Courtney Wallace, but does a lot of the ball handling. We expect the starters, as we get to it, for the Neighborhood Academy to be Dante Wright, Kedron Gilmore, Trey McMurray, Derek Hardenman, DeAndre Green, and Elijah Cunningham. For Sankofa, we expect it to be Nafis DuBois, Nasir Brown, Samad West, Terrence Fortson, and Jameel Brown. We'll see what lineup is announced coming out here. These coaches, very involved. They're not afraid to tinker with what they do. Rich, your keys to the game.
Well, first of all, let's go with the visiting team, the District 12 champions, Sankofa. The 3 keys are defense. Coach Isaiah Thomas wants his team to dictate everything and make sure they pressure, push tempo, and dictate things against the offense. They also want to adjust to the whistle. This is a District 6 crew from the middle of Pennsylvania. A little different. You have a team from Philadelphia and a team from Pittsburgh. The third thing for Sankofa is stay together. They want to stick together, not point fingers. That's how they got here back to the championship game. They're seeking their 2nd state title, also won in 2019. For the home team, Neighborhood Academy out of Pittsburgh, rebounding is going to be a key. Coach Jordan Marks has said Sankofa is a very physical team. They're going to do some things defensively to try to neutralize that. Turnovers. Neighborhood Academy wants to try to limit its turnovers. And the third thing is tempo, also really important for the Neighborhood Academy Bulldogs. They want to control the tempo.
Rich, I thought it was interesting when Coach Marks, when we were talking to him, told him not a lot of teams out in Western Pennsylvania play the style that Sankofa is going to bring. So it's going to be key as we watch this game, how they adjust to kind of this pressure, especially turning over 4 of 6 players from last year's state championship team.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Neighborhood Academy is an outstanding defensive team. They're limiting opponents to just under 38 points a game. Sankofa, on the other hand, is averaging almost 72 points a game. So it's kind of, even though both teams will push it when they can, it's kind of a clash of styles. Neighborhood Academy wants this game to be low scoring. On the other hand, Sankofa wants it to be high scoring.
A classic Philadelphia-Pittsburgh game is what we have. It is going to be a treat. Last year's game, it seemed like Neighborhood Academy, you would think like they controlled the whole game. And then you look at that box score, Sankofa just kept hanging around. We mentioned the motivation from Samad West about how he feels he didn't play. I did like how Coach Isaiah Thomas said he exaggerates a little bit. And these guys were key to get back here. Coach Thomas said, hey, I want to be back here every single year. Sankofa does have a state championship under their belt. Back in 2019, they beat Vincentian Academy for their first and only championship. The Neighborhood Academy has won from last year as they look to go back to back.
Neighborhood Academy, Andrew, just to make a note of this, Neighborhood Academy was founded in 2001, joined the WPIAL for the 2021 season, and they've had a ton of success since. As I said, Jordan Marks with a sparkling record of 105-25 since joining the Whipple.
Everybody that's listening, just to set the scene a little bit, Neighborhood Academy wearing white uniforms with blue numbers and blue and orange trim, much like the old Syracuse basketball uniforms from back in the 80s, 90s, except for the script lettering. The team from Philadelphia, Sankofa Academy, wearing black with gold numbers and white trim, a lot like the Pittsburgh Pirates. So it's kind of a little contrasting style. If you were here watching in person, you'd be like, the team from Philly wearing black and gold. So you got to make that a little bit of adjustment. I struggled with that last year, but we're back on it. Our referees for tonight, we're going to step aside first here for the national anthem.
Get ready for Hoops Fest, the Mid-Atlantic region's largest outdoor 3-on-3 basketball tournament for all ages on Saturday, July 18th. Downtown Otuna, Pennsylvania transforms into a street basketball paradise with hundreds of teams and thousands of players and fans from multiple states. We offer divisions for every age and skill level. Register your team now at hoopsfest.net. Registration is open, so secure your spot for Hoops Fest, the can't-miss basketball event of the summer.
The PIAA is honored to have St. Luke's University Health Network, a nationally recognized entity in sports medicine, as the official medical provider of the PIAA Championships. St. Luke's University Health Network is a top 100 major teaching hospital which provides care to athletes ranging from youth sports to professional athletes in Pennsylvania. St. Luke's Sports Medicine offers comprehensive athletic training, orthopedic care, physical therapy, and concussion management, plus sports performance training for individual athletes and teams. St. Luke's is proud to have been chosen to support the Champions of Pennsylvania as the official medical provider of the PIAA Championships.
It's time for the PIAA Class 1A Boys Basketball Championship game between the Neighborhood Academy Bulldogs and the Sankofa Freedom Academy Warriors. The PIAA Basketball Championships on the PIAA Radio Network is brought to you by the NFHS Network.
Beautiful rendition of the national anthem here in Giants Center. Our officials for tonight, Dan Gales, Ray Hopple, and Steve Sear out of District 6. I'll have more on them in just a bit. Dan Gales is the art. He'll be jumping it up. His third PIAA state final, and I believe possibly the only official, I haven't confirmed this, the only official to referee in the old barn here in Hershey, the Bryce Jordan Center, and the Giants Center.
That's quite an accomplishment. Man, that's my first taste of the state finals. Back in the day, it was at the old Hershey Park Arena.
Hardeman and West to jump it up, and we are set to go. Boys, 1A PIAA State Basketball Final, Sankofa Academy against the Neighborhood Academy. Bulldogs from the Academy control it, and West making his presence felt already. Send it out.
Great weak side help by West. Gets the block on Gilmore.
DeAndre Green inbound to get underneath. Looking, floating back is Hardeman. Foul line extended, hands off to Dante Wright. Pressure here from Sankofa. He handles it well. Finds Hardeman down low. West,
another block.
Another one with a block. Great use of the verticality right there as DeBose brings it into the half set.
Interesting. Neighborhood opens up in a 3-2 zone. Jordan Mark said they're going to use a variety of defenses, and so they usually play man, but they started in zone here.
The boys over to Brown. Brown empty from the corner. Rebound Hardeman. Outlets to Gilmore. Gilmore has Terrence Fortson on him, handles the pressure, gets it into the half-court set. Fortson doing great work, has a count going. Sankofa really extending that man-to-man pressure out to the midcourt line. Dante Wright, just a sophomore, kicks it. Green finds Trey McMurray, lives up to his name, and that starts our scoring with the triple.
McMurray's their best three-point shooter. I think he's got 61 on the year. Yes, 61 on the year. That was 62.
Sankofa tries to answer. Nasir Brown, long on a shot attempt. Rebound, Dante Wright. Good hand check there by Jameel Brown.
A lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure, right? Lost it for a second, but regains it. Now down to the right side in front of the Sankofa bench. Fadeaway, no good, tipped up. West controls it, and he's going to run the break here. Contact, our first foul call of the game. I believe that's going to go on Trey McMurray.
Yeah, West tried to push the pace in transition, went to the middle of the floor, and got bumped.
Inbound's going to be coming from opposite the Neighborhood Academy bench at the 28-foot line.
TNA still in that 1-2, looks like a 1-2-2 zone, or maybe even a 3-2.
DeBose, a little give and go, drives baseline, comes up empty. Solid defense there as Hardiman came over on the help side. Now it's Gilmore into the front court pressing. He draws a block call.
It's going to be on Fortson.
It's Fortson's first of the game. DeAndre Green appears to be the inbounder for the Neighborhood Academy, as they've had a couple so far here in the early going. Clean entry to right from the wing. Looking, lost it, I believe, and we're going back with the Warriors coming down.
Yeah, Sankofa's trying to double the ball any chance they get, no matter where on the court. That time it produced a turnover.
Defense is the order of the day as we tick under 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Just 3-0 Neighborhood Academy over Sankofa. DeBose now looking left hand into the lane, jump stop, nice dish over to Terrence Fortson, comes up empty. Hardiman really making his presence felt in the lane once again.
Yeah, he got the block on that.
Gilmore pull back three, long on the iron. Rebound Brown. Brown up to DeBose. Draws the contact into the lane. He's going to go to the line for two.
Yeah, I'm not sure who the foul's on, but good take by DeBose. It's going to be on Hardiman, and
Hardiman
that's
is
his
his second.
Yeah, weren't sure of that. Makes the first.
The board is showing Hardiman with his second. Wait on that.
So do the live stats.
Two fouls up and good. Correction on that first foul was not on Trey McMurray, was on Hardiman. 3-2, that's a storyline we're going to have to pay attention to, Rich, with Hardiman already with his second foul. Neighborhood Academy does not go that deep off their bench.
Terrific pressure from Sankofa. And a great look from right into Green.
Just floated that one up right from the center circle and right there to corral it. An easy lay-in. West down low, good kick out. Ball is swung up to DeBose. Likes that left hand into the lane so far early on in this contest.
Neighborhood Academy still in that zone.
Right-handed, throws it out to Nasir Brown, and he knocks it down for three.
That's the zone beater, the corners against that 1-2-2 zone. Brown drained it, and we got a foul on on Sankofa.
I believe it might be Nasir Brown here. Nafis DeBose actually picks it up with a hold. Neither one of these teams go too deep. Sankofa plays a couple more guys off their bench than Neighborhood Academy. Gilmore into the lane, loses the handle. Nice hands there by Terrence Fortson. DeBose pressing, left hand in the lane once again. Back to his right, floats it, no good. Hardiman pulls it down. Halfway through, 5-5, PIAA 1A Boys State Final. Dante Wright to the right, swings it back to the left. Empty from DeAndre Green from distance. Sankofa looking for their first lead of the game.
Again, Neighborhood Academy, primarily a man-to-man team, playing a zone, and
Coach Thomas
wants a timeout.
He wants that timeout. Rich, I was just going to say, they don't look too comfortable running their sets against this 3-2 zone. And normally at the high school level, the 2-3 zone much more common, 3-2 much different.
But the last possession, when they got the 3 from the right corner, that's how you beat the 3-2 zone, the corners. And that time, it was Nasir Brown burying the 3 from the corner to tie it.
A lot easier to shoot over it if you're doing it well than to go through it.
Andrew, this pace is to Neighborhood Academy's liking. Again, they hold teams to about 38 points a game. Sankofa scores about 72 points a game. So Neighborhood Academy is very comfortable playing at this kind of pace.
One thing to watch for, both coaches talked about adjusting to the pace, whatever it is. Coach Thomas, that was his second key to the game. One thing that I think the Warriors would try to avoid, frustration on the offensive side.
Yeah, they got to keep attacking the zone. Be patient. The shots aren't going to come as quickly as maybe they hope, but the patience they showed on that last possession, they've got to do more of that against this zone.
$5-5, just under halfway through. Sankofa, Neighborhood Academy. See if Coach Thomas makes any adjustments, maybe some short corner work, as there's only 2 defenders on the backside of the zone. Swinging out to the wings, see if you could get that short corner as if you were looking for it.
Sankofa has substituted 2 players. Senior Yasir Johnson and junior Demore Brodas are in the game now for the Warriors.
Both those young men averaging about 6 points per game. Yasir Johnson inbounding to Brown. Plays a little game of catch back and forth as Brown studies the defense. DeBose has moved to the high post with Hardiman down low. Could be a critical high-low combination. I believe we're going to have a media timeout here at Giant Center, so we are going to step aside. You're listening to the PIAA Radio Network 1A Boys State Final. We good report back and forth? We good? Okay.
Invite them to watch live now at nfhsnetwork.com or with the NFHS Network app for Apple and Android.
The PIAA Radio Network is brought to you by Wayne Bank, your hometown bank proudly serving communities across Pennsylvania for more than 150 years.
The Pennsylvania Association of Broadcasters and the PIAA, 2 community-focused organizations, are proud to be collaborating to provide Pennsylvanians free access to local high school sports broadcasts. To follow your schools, check your local TV and radio stations for coverage. Through the PAB and PIAA partnership, following Pennsylvania student athletes has never been easier.
You are listening to the PIAA Basketball Championships on the PIAA Radio Network.
Back here from Giant Center, PIAA Radio Network. 3:30, just under 3:26 left in the first period between Sankofa Academy and the Neighborhood Academy here in this boys 1A final. We're going to be with you here all weekend on the PIAA Radio Network. Eric Thomas, Bob McCool, former Trinity basketball coach Christy Britton, Rich Scarcella, Andrew Calista. Happy to take you through all 12 PIAA state finals basketball contests here from the sweetest place on earth. So out of the timeout, Sankofa kind of resetting their offense. Here, DeBose goes from high post back to outside as they go to more of a spread look rather than that traditional point wing against the zone.
They have Brown and Brodas in the corners in their zone offense, trying to get the open looks.
Definitely going to an overload action here as Yasir Johnson now he's going to reset and dribble all the way over from the left to the right side of the court. But Brodas comes up short on the mid-range jumper from the left, off his left hand. Neighborhood Academy now is going to settle into their offense into the half court. Gilmore with Johnson on him, throws that one away, and that is a turnover, something Coach Jordan Marks is hoping to minimize with that pressure from Sankofa.
That's 3 turnovers already for Neighborhood Academy, none for Sankofa.
Sankofa very deliberate in their offensive set so far against the zone. DeBoe's kind of on the clear out there on Hardiman. Allows West to gain position. Turnaround jumper, no good. Neighborhood Academy doing a great job here on the boards. Gilmore spins into the lane, coming down left hand.
Wow.
What a shot! High kiss off the glass.
Tremendous. It looked like he had no chance. He threw it up at the glass, went in.
I don't know how he even saw the rim on that. The junior point guard well aware of his presence to get that one in. Now we're going to have a baseline foul called. Nafis DeBoe is playing very physical, whether it's out on the wing at the midcourt and even down underneath the basket. Very physical on both ends of the court.
Yeah, that's going to be on DeAndre Green. That's his first.
DeBoe's in West. Back now, high post, low post action for the Warriors. DeBoe gets it at the foul line. Dribbles down.
Good take. I think he might have dropped. Let's see if the basket's good or not. It could be a three-point play. I believe it is.
Coach Marks wanted to travel on that. Didn't get it. Basket is going to count. So DeBoe will go to the line with the chance for the classic three-point play and an opportunity for the Warriors to take their first lead of the ball game at the 151 mark.
Junior Christopher Thorne in the ball game for Sankofa. Sankofa has already used 7 players. Neighborhood Academy just 5.
DeBoe's shot up, off the mark. Trey McMurray controls it, and now he's going to take a pass and bring it into the half court. Great feed over to Dante Wright. That is a deep three for the sophomore, and he buries it.
No hesitation there whatsoever.
Up and down action right now for both these teams. Warriors come up empty, and we're going to have a foul called, and it's going to be on Yasir Johnson on a back tap.
You know, rebounding was a concern for neighborhood coach Jordan Marks. So far, neighborhood holding their own, actually out-rebounding Sankofa at 9-4.
That zone is packed in, and they are doing an excellent job of boxing out. Always tough to do. I say that as a Syracuse alum where I've watched the Orangemen and Orange in the past not be able to rebound in the zone.
I think this is going to be on DeBoe's. It is.
A lot of action up there.
I think
with moving screens.
Yeah. Oh, no, they're calling it that's what DeBoe's wanted. He wanted the illegal screen, and that's exactly what it was.
It's going to be on Zaire Pettis with the moving screen up top. Coach Isaiah Thomas having a brief word here with our referee. Neighborhood Academy up 3, 10-7. 84 seconds left in the first.
Neighborhood Academy has played that 3-2 or 1-2-2 zone all quarter. It's been very effective.
Nasir Brown doing a great job running the point, not forcing anything, studying it, being very sure of his passes. DeBoe's now, foul line extended from the wing. Brown into the lane. We're going to have a hold, and it's going to be the Warriors going underneath. That's the 5th foul, actually, so we're going to shoot 2.
It's going to be Terrence Forston. I think, it's a 15 foul. No, maybe the 14 foul.
The 5.
4th, it's a 4th.
The board shows 5. Coach Isaiah Thomas over at the bench.
Yeah. This says, our stats in front of us say 4, and beautiful shot by Brown, and they're checking now.
We have a horn. Brown hit a pull-up jumper off the dribble right at the foul line. The points have not been put on the board.
But the horn came after the jumper. This is going to be Andrew, you are a PIAA official. How do you handle this one?
I'm going to defer to the interpreter and the referees on the court for this one, Rich. But I believe the horn came after. I believe we're going to kind of reset, and we're going to shoot the 2 foul shots.
So it's going to stay 10-7.
We're going to keep it at 10-7, and then
so Brown is at the line.
Brown is going to go and shoot at the line. So Isaiah Thomas is going to be asking, I believe, what's going to happen with the shot. So I think what's happening is they're blowing the horn. Nobody.
Well, does the basket count? It can't count if you're shooting the 2 free throws.
Well, it was in the form of play where you're scoring a basket. You're not going to take points off the board. So hence, once that ball was inbounded and the horn.
Then you shoot the free throws even though Neighborhood never got the ball in between. Is that correct?
That's what Coach Marks is wondering. That's what Coach Marks is asking. I believe we just had a mix-up at the table.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely, they were over the limit. There was no doubt about that. But, yeah, the basket's going to count.
So the basket is going to count, which is correct. A lot of people wouldn't agree with it, but that is correct by the book, according to the NFHS. Brown's first free throw up and good, and we are tied at 10.
So, in effect, this could be a 4-point play for Sankofa if he makes this second free throw. And he does.
And he does. By virtue of that, Sankofa now on top, 11-10.
Full court pressure for the first time by Sankofa.
Wright handles it well. With Jameel Brown on him. Into the lane.
Great defense by Jameel Brown. Knocked the ball out of bounds. It's going to stay Neighborhood ball.
DeAndre Green near side on the inbound. Pettis covered there. Wright hands off to Gilmore. Gilmore's going to reset from the logo. Crossover between the legs, another crossover. Into the lane with his right hand, decides to kick it. McMurray buries it from the 3, his second of the game.
Great patience by Gilmore to find the open McMurray for the 3.
McMurray now 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. Nasir Brown settles it, finds Fortson for 3 off the mark. Excuse me, check that. It was Johnson off the mark, and now it's Wright. Presses. Great job to not travel right there at the end. Shot comes up empty. It's 13-11 after 8 minutes here from Giants Center. Neighborhood Academy on top of Sankofa in the boys 1A PIAA basketball final.
Becoming a champion is an incredible accomplishment, especially at a level as competitive as the PIAA. That's why the Faulkner Automotive Group proudly salutes the student athletes and their families for making it this far. When it's time to upgrade your vehicle, choose any of the 31 Faulkner dealerships in Philadelphia, Lancaster, Bethlehem, Harrisburg, or Mechanicsburg. You'll find award-winning teams doing business the right way and a fast and easy buying experience. Compare low prices on thousands of vehicles and find the one that's perfect for you. Faulkner, to be sure.
Fans, during today's action, head to hoopsfest.net and select your favorite player for the 2026 PIAA HoopsFest All-Championship team. Visit hoopsfest.net and vote now. While there, register for Pennsylvania's largest outdoor 3-on-3 basketball tournament on Saturday, July 18th in downtown Altoona.
We are back here on the PIAA Radio Network. 13-11, the Neighborhood Academy looking for back-to-back state titles over the Sankofa Freedom Academy Warriors. PIAA Boys 1A basketball final. Both teams currently rich in the huddle. If you're the Neighborhood Academy, outside of the foul trouble, I think if you're Jordan March, you're pretty pleased with how your team played being up 2, especially with that crazy situation we had.
Yeah, it was a 4-point play for Sankofa in effect. But I think he's got to be happy, Jordan Marks is, except for the 4 turnovers. The Neighborhood is out rebounding Sankofa 11-4 and shooting 5 for 11 from the field, including 3 for 6 from three-point range. And the neighborhood zone has held Sankofa to 3 for 12 shooting, just 1 for 4 from behind the three-point arc.
Sankofa going to start with possession here. Start the game, a little change it up.
Yeah.
Nasir Brown's done a great job running the point, but Coach Isaiah Thomas is gonna flash him out to the corner and turn over ball handling duties to Jameel Brown at the top. Immediate entry pass to Du Bois, gets it down to West. West kicks it back out to Jameel Brown.
West had a sensational game in the semifinals against High Point, 24-12.
Nasir Brown, sneaky baseline run, comes to our near side and drains a triple from the corner pocket.
Perfect place to beat a 3-2 zone, the corners.
Sankofa now up 14-13 as the Neighborhood Academy comes from our right to left. It's Gilmore, kicks it to right, empty from the corner. Ball chased down by Yasir Johnson, but he steps on the line and it's gonna go back to the Bulldogs.
This is the kind of game that we expected, a very close, physical game between two teams who are meeting for the second straight year in the 1A boys final.
DeAndre Green looking to inbound, finds a relief valve, and it's right up top. He's going to start the offense. He's done a great job handling the pressure. Slips there, doesn't travel, ball's loose. It's deflected, no backcourt. As Green chased it back down, and then they swing it back over to Gilmore. Little bump, no call. Trapped in the corner, and we're going to get a charge call there. Yep. He got away with the first one on the forearm. The second one, we're going the other way.
Great take by number 10, Jameel Brown, 2 on Kendra Gilmore.
Sankofa now, Jameel Brown taking over those point guard duties. Sets the offense, balls immediately into West. I believe we're going to have a foul on the floor here.
Looks like it's going to be on DeAndre Green, and I think that's his second. Yep. So right now, Neighborhood has 2 starters with 2 fouls. Derek Hardeman is on the bench with 2 fouls, and now DeAndre Green leaves, and freshman Elijah Cunningham comes in. So right now, Neighborhood's using 2 freshmen.
It's Nasir Brown trying to repeat that success. Empty, Du Bois battles, loose ball over to Jameel Brown. He kind of reverse layups it in for 2. And here's,
I think that's the first second chance opportunity that Sankofa has gotten, and they converted that time.
Du Bois went high to keep that ball alive. And now it's Gilmore handling the pressure. West all the way out away from the basket. Nice pump fake by McMurray. Back out to Gilmore, and he answers the other way.
3-point shooting is really keeping Neighborhood's offense going, and it got a timeout from Jordan Marks after the made 3.
Rich, I know you were up at Penn State Pro Day yesterday, and I don't know what Jordan Marks' shuttle time was, but he just had a pretty good 10-yard sprint to get that timeout all the way across the table.
Yeah, that was pretty quick. Made sure that he got the officials' attention.
We are tied up here, 16-all, Neighborhood Academy and Sankofa.
Yeah,
Kedron Gilmore kind of feeling it.
Yeah, Neighborhood Academy is 4 for 8 from three-point range. 2 for 2 for McMurray, 1 each by Gilmore, who's on the bench now with 2 fouls, and Wright.
The great staff here at the PIAA delivering some first quarter statistics for us. Always appreciate them.
Yes, sir.
Penn State Harrisburg doing some live stat works as well. The student SIDs over there. Also Lebanon Valley College.
Yeah,
always helping out here.
Yeah, let's note of this. Elijah Cunningham and Zaire Pettis, a pair of freshmen, are playing at the back end of this 1-2-2, 3-2 zone for Neighborhood. Let's see how they hold up here the rest of this second quarter. 6 minutes left.
Cunningham and Pettis, normally the only 2 players that come off the bench with the foul trouble as Du Bois goes down. He draws a foul Man, does he play a physical style of basketball.
He is not afraid of contact.
Rich, if you look like him, would you be?
I'll tell you, he's really quick too, and he is fearless.
Nafis DeBose, 471 points on the season, averaging 16.2 a game, 16.2 a game. Just a junior.
Sankofa doing a good job drawing fouls. This is going to be its 7th free throw attempt. So far, Neighborhood Academy has not gotten to the line.
Second one, up and good. DeBose breaks the tie game. 18-16 now, advantage Warriors.
The Neighborhood Academy rebuilt. This is basically a rebuilding process, and yet they're in the state final as Gilmore misses the shot.
Gilmore just went baseline to baseline, came up empty. DeBose drives, kicks it out. It's Johnson. He knocks down a triple for the biggest lead of the ball game. Either way, 21-16.
Sankofa finding the seams in those corners. They've made 3 threes, 2 by Brown and now 1 by Johnson.
The pressure kind of starting to get to Neighborhood Academy. Wright turns it over there. It's Johnson with the quick hands. He goes in for a layup. Empty. West follows. Can't put it home. And now Wright works his way back. Good hands by Fortson. Ball's loose. Over to Nasir Brown, and he's going to calm things down. Entry into West. Check that entry into Fortson. I believe we're going to have a foul.
It's going to be on Neighborhood. I'm not sure who it's on, but golden opportunity missed by Sankofa. 2 layups missed by Johnson and then by West.
For the first 8 minutes of this ball game, the pace definitely favored Neighborhood Academy. The last minute and a half here, it has switched to Sankofa.
No doubt about it.
Nasir Johnson inbounds the blows. He went for the tomahawk, and it was blocked by Pettis. The other side, McMurray push comes up empty.
I think there's a foul on the rebound, yeah. So I'm not sure. It's on Neighborhood, but on the rebound.
DeBose is upset with himself.
It's going to be on Cunningham, the freshman.
Elijah Cunningham picking up the foul. Kind of a quick turn of events. That's already the 15th foul. We're in the bonus. We're going to shoot 2.
Again, Sankofa is getting to the line. It's a good sign for them. It's going to be, of course, it's going to be Du Bois. He's in the middle of it.
DeBose has already shot 5 free throw attempts. Here's number 6, and he's now 5 of 6. Last couple minutes, Sankofa's been able to shoot the 3 and get to the foul line. That's a winning combination as DeBose knocks down his second to make it a 7-point advantage.
Yeah, Neighborhood coach Jordan Marks told us before the game that Sankofa is going to be coming for blood. They're going to throw the first punch. We just have to counter. Well, it took them a while to throw that first punch, but they're swinging hard now.
Swinging hard. Once again, forcing a turnover. It's Johnson playing great on defense with his hands. DeBose empty, battled down low. Fortson.
It's going to be called on Fortson going over the top.
That's going to be the first team foul of the quarter on Sankofa.
It's a really important stretcher. We're coming up on the media timeout. Neighborhood's got to kind of calm things down a little bit. I think this pace, Sankofa is definitely dictating the pace and the tempo. Neighborhood's got to calm things down a little bit.
Jameel Brown checks in. Fortson checks out. Yasir Johnson off the bench is just in Kedron Gilmore's pocket. He's not playing defense on anybody.
I think it's going to be a blocking foul, yep.
Gonna have a blocking foul coming down.
And Neighborhood's going to get to the line for the first time, and it looks like it's going to be McMurray.
McMurray, deadly from distance so far today, 2 for 2. Heading to his line for his first opportunities. First one rattles home. This is an opportunity, score with the clock stop, get a little bit of composure back, Rich, for the Neighborhood Academy, as it's been a little bit of a rat race here the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, they already have 8 turnovers, and that's mostly due to Sankofa's pressure defense. They're pressuring the ball even as far as half court.
McMurray's second, up and good. Quickly into the front court. Empty is Damari Brodus from the corner. And we're going back the other way with the Bulldogs. Isaiah Thomas using his Brown. He seems to be running Jameel Brown in for defensive purposes and rotating his guys almost every single possession. Elijah Cunningham studying the pressure. Gilmore coming all the way back to the baseline for the inbound. Yasir Johnson, man up. Ball's pass out, but Gilmore comes and goes and gets right back as Sankofa works that trap. Gets right back in it. Gilmore into the lane, right hand, delays.
Pretty move.
Little hesitation move, gets it to go. High dribble. Yasir Johnson going down.
That's a travel, yep. And here we got a media timeout.
Up and down action we have here from Giants Center. Neighborhood Academy 20, Sankofa 23. Media timeout of the second quarter. You're listening to the PIAA Radio Network.
Today's game is streaming live on the NFHS Network. With the NFHS Network, you can watch live and on-demand high school sports on any device, wherever you are. You can relive all the incredible moments from today's matchup on demand at nfhsnetwork.com or with the NFHS Network app for Apple and Android.
Today's PIAA Radio Network broadcast is brought to you by Wayne Bank, your hometown bank proudly serving communities across Pennsylvania for more than 150 years. Just like our local student athletes, Wayne Bank believes in hard work, teamwork, and commitment to excellence. From Friday night lights to championship moments, Wayne Bank is proud to support the schools, families, and communities that make scholastic sports so special. Wayne Bank, every day better, member FDIC.
You are listening to the PIAA Basketball Championship on the PIAA Radio Network.
Fresh out of the media timeout of the second quarter here, PIAA Boys 1A Basketball State Final. Sankofa up 23-20 over the Neighborhood Academy. So far, story of the game, Rich, we talked about it in the break, team fouls. Neighborhood Academy, they don't play a lot of guys, and they've had 11 team fouls so far here through a quarter and a half.
Yeah, and that's because Sankofa's doing a really good job drawing the fouls. They're going hard to the basket. I think the bigger story is Sankofa's defense. As Coach Isaiah Thomas said, they want to dictate tempo, and they have. They've really done a nice job with that, dictating tempo and forcing Neighborhood into 8 turnovers.
On the court right now, it's Green, McMurray, Pettis, Gilmore, and Cunningham for the Neighborhood Academy out of the timeout.
They're trapping any chance they get.
Half-court trap. Gilmore able to break it, trying to settle this down. Calls for a screen from Pettis up top. Now West is on Gilmore, the big guy. Kind of falls off, and that gives Gilmore enough of space to bury a triple. And just like that, it's 23-all.
Yeah, great comeback by Neighborhood. They were down 23-16. They've scored the last 7 to tie it.
Now DeBose, one of the big guys. Gilmore just got poked in the eye on a loose ball.
Yeah, loose ball. It was unintentional. He got hit in the face. One of the Sankofa players was reaching for the ball.
Seems to be okay. A little eye water.
Yeah.
Jordan Marks runs his program like a college player, trying to give everybody as much time. A lot of times you'd see the trainer come right off the bench when a whistle blows for an injury. That would require a visit to the bench, but not here. We'll see how Jordan Marks handles this.
Going to sub. He's going to bring back Wright, I think, into the game.
Dante Wright coming back in. So Gilmore's going to take a seat down by the end, have a little visit to the trainer.
After he scored back-to-back baskets on a
Back-to-back
real pretty drive and then a three.
That layup was nice. Hesitation move on the drive, hesitation in the air. Trey McMurray now seems to be handling.
Picked up the dribble.
Some ball duties, but again, Yasir Johnson, his number one goal for Sankofa seems to be who's ever bringing the ball up, I am all over.
Yeah, they're overplaying everything.
Ball tipped,
Yep.
able to go into the backcourt to bring it in. Some body contact by Jameel Brown on right. Right handles it, gets into the lane, stripped there.
Brown
good hands by
is
Brown,
so good.
chases it down.
Oh my, what a shot.
What a shot.
Man, Brown was playing such great defense. Wright picked up the loose ball and then hit a jumper from the corner. That's a walk.
Fadeaway on.
No, they got the foul. They got a foul.
That was a fadeaway off a loose ball. The Bows comes right back down, draws contact into the lane, and he's going to go to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, no surprise here. DeBose is finding his way to the line quite frequently here in the first half for Sankofa.
The Bows already with 7 free throw attempts on the day, make it 8, and he is 7 of 8. Checking in, Derek Hardiman, 2 personal fouls, checks back in. DeAndre Green goes to the bench, and Gilmore checks back in, and Dante Wright is going to have a seat. Checking out for Sankofa is West and Johnson. I believe it's Nasir Brown who just checked back in for the Warriors. Now we just have Dante Wright check. He checked out, and now he checks back in.
Our 5th tie of the game so far here with 2:14 left in the second. Just a terrific, tightly played, physical 1A boys championship game.
Jameel Brown physical before the ball is even handed in with Gilmore. And it's Wright handling the ball duty. We're going to have a timeout. Jordan Marks on the court for a timeout.
Yeah, they were trying to tie it up, but
getting a little bit chippy out there.
Man, Nasir Brown can play some defense. He almost forced another turnover.
I think when Coach told us that his guys were, I believe the soundbite was coming for or playing for blood and,
that's what
stuff like that.
Jordan Marks said that about Sankofa, and he's right.
I think he might have a crystal ball. We should ask him for some lottery numbers.
It took them a while to get into the flow of this. It took them a few minutes, maybe 4 or 5, but they have played a hard first half here, Sankofa has.
Neighborhood Academy handling it well. They're a young team. They've taken some punches, and it was in danger territory, and they've been able to bounce back.
Yeah, they're going through some foul trouble as well. They've managed to keep this game tied. 9 of 18 shooting overall from the field, 5 for 9 from three-point range.
Same lineup on the court. Yasir Johnson in Kedron Gilmore's pocket. Falls inbounded to right. Jameel Brown riding him near the sidelines. Right at the half court.
Yeah, that's a foul. Yeah, that's a foul on Brown. Brown's trying it. He's playing such great defense, but committed the foul there on Wright.
Jameel Brown picking up his 2nd personal foul. And he's right back into Wright. Wright able to get space off a screen.
Oh, wow.
Floater, no good, but he's going to go to the line as Ramir Alexander came over late on a challenge. Wright hit the deck pretty hard, but he's going to go to the line for 2. Ramir Alexander seeing his first action of the game. Waiting to come in after this first free throw attempt for Sankofa is Nasir Brown and Samad West. Wright's first shot up and good. It's a party over there at the check-in table as Damori Brodus checks in as well. To the bench goes Fortson.
Cunningham checks back in for Neighborhood.
Alexander
Hardeman with 2 fouls, or 3 fouls, sits, according to the live stats anyway.
That's something to keep an eye on as Jordan Marks tries to manage that with the shallow bench. Right second, up and good. Here's pressure now. Looks like a 1-2-2 half-court trap.
Yeah, Neighborhood
from
hasn't
Neighborhood.
shown this at all.
Ball's bouncing around. We're going to have a timeout from Isaiah Thomas as they had to corral the loose ball, and now some anxiety maybe for the first time from Sankofa.
It's coming up on 10 seconds. Good timeout there by Coach Thomas.
He told us he was going to deploy a couple different tactics, that he would have to deploy a couple different tactics as they've lost 4 of 6 guys from last year's state championship. Meanwhile, Sankofa returns pretty much everybody off of last year's runner-up finish.
Yeah, they're hungry. There's no doubt about that. They want to get revenge for last year's loss to Neighborhood in the championship game.
(27-25), the Neighborhood Academy sneakily, if that's even a word, Rich, on top on Sankofa. 1:42 left here in the second. And now after forcing that timeout from the full court trap, the Neighborhood back into their 3-2 zone.
Yeah, they've been in that in the half court all game.
Cunningham and Pettis, the back 2 lines of defense. Out front, it's McMurray.
Yeah, Cunningham and Pettis, a pair of freshman reserves.
Brown and Brodus play catch on the far side. Now ball works near side.
Good patience by Sankofa.
Johnson back to Brown. Brown with a screen from West. Into the lane, left hand, fades away a little bit, off the rim, no good. Rebound to Cunningham as Wright pushes it up. Guarded by Nasir Brown. Gets a screen. Works away from a double team. Gilmore down low. Great kick to McMurray. Off the front of the iron and empty. West pulls it down. Nasir Brown swings it across court to DeBose. DeBose into the lane. Great defense there by Cunningham. DeBose gets it back. Swung out. Brown settles it at the point.
This might be the last possession of the half, Andrew. 35 seconds left. Sankofa showing some patience on offense.
Enjoy it while you can. The shot clock's coming in Pennsylvania. Brown now. Back out to half court. Over to Johnson. Back to Nasir Brown. West Collins with his hands up at the foul line.
15 seconds.
Brown still looking. Over to Brodus. Brodus going to try from distance. Along off the iron. And Pettis pulls it down.
Comes the trap.
Gilmore able to handle it. What a pass! Empty. What a pass by Gilmore. Golden opportunity for Cunningham. Comes up long off the iron. There's your horn for the intermission. What a half of up and down basketball here on the PIAA Radio Network. Woo is right, Mr. Scarcella. Neighborhood Academy 27, Sankofa 25. We are going to step aside. Don't go anywhere. We are in for a great second half.
Cornerstone Business Graphics is proud to be a preferred vendor of the PIAA and offer custom wearables, promotional items, signage, banners, and so much more. Cornerstone is also home to MarketLogo.com, your source for online school store needs. School stores are a great way to raise funds and promote school spirit. Cornerstone is your one stop for all your school's promotional gear. Check us out at cbizgraphics.com. It's Cornerstone Business Graphics.
Together, we bring more. Celebrate the milestones, big and small, in life, from your first state championship win to a family get-together. And make them more meaningful with beef. Visit beefitswhatsfordinner.com for beef recipe inspirations and more.
Hi, I'm Dr. Elizabeth Zona, an osteopathic physician dedicated to protecting young people. Every family needs to know that 13 American teens die every week from a drug overdose, and most involve fentanyl. But many never even knew that's what they were taking. Because fentanyl can be found in fake prescription pills made to look like real medications, like Xanax or Percocet, and they're often sold on social media. Just one pill can kill. Learn more at fentanylawarenessday.org, presented by Song for Charlie through POMA.
It's interactive ice cream fun at the Turkey Hill Experience, located in Columbia, Pennsylvania. Learn how ice cream is made, invent and taste your own ice cream flavors in our Taste Lab. Milk our mechanical cows, star in your own commercial. Get unlimited free samples of iced tea and ice cream. Visit turkeyhillexperience.com for more information about the Turkey Hill Experience. Fans, you can have it in white, chocolate, strawberry, or practically any flavor you like. It's the beauty of milk, and no other drink quenches a king-size thirst like milk. After practice, reach beyond the colas and other drinks, and get your hands on a tall, cold glass of milk and enjoy. Whole milk, whole nutrition. The PIAA thanks the Allied Milk Producers of Pennsylvania for supplying our athletes with delicious chocolate milk for their bus rides home after today's championships.
Max Preps is your source for Pennsylvania high school sports. Schedules, stats, scores, rosters, rankings, video, and photos. Max Preps gives you access to every team, every game, and every player across the state. Follow your favorite teams by downloading the Max Preps app or go to maxpreps.com. Max Preps, your source for Pennsylvania high school sports. Get in the game. Work hard and win big at West Virginia University. We automatically review applications for merit scholarship eligibility. No extra paperwork, no essays. Our scholarships are generous and non-competitive, which means if you have the grades, you have a scholarship. Plus, they're stackable, so you can get more than one and focus on what really matters. An easier path to your dream job. Let's go at wvu.edu.
Welcome to the PIAA Radio Network Halftime Show. With a recap of the first half, here's Eric Thomas.
Thank you for tuning in.
We are back here live on the PIAA Radio Network. Courtside, mid-court, Giants Center, mid to late March, no place we'd rather be. Boys won a state finals, Neighborhood Academy 27. Sankofa Freedom Academy 25. Andrew Clissa alongside Rich Scarcella. This is a game of runs, Rich. This is a game of trends, and it's been going back and forth. An exciting first half of basketball.
Well, Sankofa really did a nice job getting into the flow game, especially early in the second quarter. They went up 23-16 or 21-16 on a three-point shot by Yasir Johnson. That was with 5:34 left in the second quarter. They didn't score another basket the rest of the quarter. 4 free throws by Nafis Tabois were the only points that Sankofa had. Meanwhile, Neighborhood withstood foul trouble. 3 fouls for Derek Hardiman and 3 fouls for DeAndre Green, and they were able to hang on there and even take the lead. But a great defensive job by Neighborhood over those last 5.5 minutes. They turned a 23-16 deficit into a 27-25 lead. Neighborhood is doing a great job. The concern of Coach Jordan Marks was rebounding. They're out-rebounding Sankofa 18-9. The problem for Neighborhood is the 8 turnovers that they've committed, forced by Sankofa's defense. Sankofa has gotten to the line. Du Bois, of course, 8 for 9 from the line, and Brown 2 for 2. But really, the story of this game is the resilience of Neighborhood late in the second quarter, able to take a 2-point lead at the half.
Neighborhood Academy shooting very well. 5 3-pointers so far, keeping them in the game. That's 15 of their 27 points coming via the arc. That's always good, especially when you're facing pressure to kind of bury some of that off. That I've been impressed with how Wright and Gilmore for the Bulldogs have been able to handle the pressure. At times, it's been a little hair on fire. It's been a little bit hectic. They've had some turnovers. They've had more turnovers than what Coach Marks has want. But at the same time, it could be a lot worse.
Sankofa's pressure is relentless. They're looking to double and even triple any chance they get. If you turn your back on a defender, a second defender or a third defender, they're coming at you. And so far, Neighborhood's been able to solve that at times. They've gotten some good looks, and they've made some unbelievable shots too, by the way. That last one by Dante Wright where the ball was knocked away from him, and he picked it up and he just threw it in from the corner on a fadeaway. But really, Sankofa's they've shown great patience on offense. This is a team that's averaging 73 points a game. They've had 25 here in the first half. They've got to continue to be patient against Neighborhood zone and look in the corners to get good looks from three-point range.
The officials are back on the court. There is 120 seconds on the clock. We're going to step aside here on the PIAA Radio Network and just take a quick break. When we come back, it's the second half of the boys PIAA 1A state final.
Attention fans, get your next game day ticket using Hometown. As the official online ticketing partner of the PIAA, Hometown gives you a simple and secure way to search, buy, and scan your ticket right from your phone. Download the Hometown Fan app from your mobile app store today. Right now, PIAA fans can save big on Big Ten Plus. Stream the 2026-2027 Big Ten men's and women's basketball with 2,700 more events across the Big Ten this season. Go to BigTenPlus.com and make sure you enter the code PIAABB when selecting an annual pass at checkout to secure 1 year of Big Ten Plus for only $30, a $60 value. Is college in your future? The Pennsylvania Higher Education Assistance Agency helps PA students and families navigate all things college, such as scholarships, grants, and loans. For more information on ways to plan and pay for college, visit PHEAA.org. That's PHEAA.org. Huddle is proud to partner with the PIAA. Huddle is an industry leader in video analysis software and game breakdowns, designed to make your program stronger and your players better. To learn more, visit HUDL.com.
You are listening to the PIAA Basketball Championship on the PIAA Radio Network.
Back here on the PIAA Radio Network. The Neighborhood Academy 27, Sankofa Academy 25. Going down to scoring for the Warriors, DeBose 10, Nasir Brown 8, Jameel Brown 4, Yasir Johnson 3 for Sankofa for a total of 25. They are 6 of 22 from the floor, 3 of 9 from three-point range, and 10 of 11 from the foul line. The Neighborhood Academy Bulldogs, 10 for Gilmore, 2 for Green, McMurray with 8 and Wright 7 for a total of 27, 9 of 20 from the field, 5 of 10 from beyond the arc, 50%, and 4 of 4 from the line. We're getting set for the second half. Here we go. DeAndre Green inbounding to Trey McMurray into the half court.
Sankofa has forced the 8 turnovers. Wow, Wright opens a left corner 3 for Wright.
No turnover there. McMurray, this is something to watch. He handled the point that time, and Wright buries a triple. Pressure now coming from the Bulldogs. They force a turnover here, steal a possession.
Biggest lead of the game so far for Neighborhood. They're up 5. But I was going to say, Sankofa's forced turnovers. They haven't converted them and turned them into points. They need to do that.
Hardiman needed to be a little more aggressive there. He passed away a dunk, and it leads to a turnover on the other side, and it's going back to Sankofa. Hardiman had a path right there to take it in. Instead, he opted for a pass over to Green, ended up turning it over.
I'm not very bright, but if I'm Sankofa, I'm getting the ball in the hands of Nafis Du Bois.
Here, DuBose thinks better of taking a three, and he resets out with Jameel Brown, who then DuBose circles over. Overload, far side, right in front of the Sankofa bench.
Guess that's a bench warning.
We're going to have a bench
Jordan
warning
Marks.
on Coach Marks out of the coaching box.
I don't think he was yelling at any of the officials. I think he was yelling instructions.
Was down a little far.
Yep, that was the reason.
Yep.
Again, Neighborhood has played this zone. It's a 3-2 zone. They've played it all game. They're primarily a man-to-man team. Obviously, Jordan Marks liked what he saw, thought that the zone would work against Sankofa. So far, it has.
DuBose trapped underneath, able to find a relief foul. It's Nasir Brown. What a pass from DuBose from underneath the basket out to the wing, and Nasir Brown makes it pay off. 30-28 now as Neighborhood Academy moving from our left to right into the front court. Little bobble there by DeAndre Green allows the pressure to come to him. Terrence Fortson bodies up, two hands. That's going to be a call.
Yeah, you got to call that, and the official made the correct call.
Neighborhood Academy now going to inbound here from the 28-foot line. Foul is on Terrence Fortson, his third personal foul. Foul's not really an issue for Sankofa. They go a bit deeper. Here's McMurray down to the block. Loose ball. We're gonna have an out of bounds right here at midcourt.
Yeah, no turnover. It was a loose ball. It's going to stay Neighborhood possession. It looked like Brown tried to get it, but he was on the sideline.
Excellent.
Or, excuse me, the sideline. Yeah.
Excellent work from our lead to trail official in the transition right there. Rich, you saw me. I was pointing at it.
Yeah.
My official eyes were right on top of it.
That's your instincts.
Gilmore handles the pressure from Fortson.
Nice play.
What a fadeaway. He's going full speed, stop, fade away.
Against tremendous defense.
Full court trap extended. Fortson beats it, comes up empty, and Hardiman back in the game playing with 3 personal fouls, making his presence felt. And now the whistle's beginning to pile up on Sankofa.
Yeah, Fortson frustrated there, got his second foul in less than a minute.
That's going to draw Yasir Johnson, who is a very good defender, off the bench and back into this ball game. 2 quick whistles on Fortson, both away from the basket. Johnson already playing defense as the official still has the ball on Gilmore.
Yeah, that's his 4th foul, Fortson, so 2 quick ones here. You know, you can make contact with your body, but when you put your 2 hands on an offensive player, you're going to get that called.
Every time. Dante Wright went all the way back to the baseline, handles the pressure, runner into the lane.
Runner.
Pretty runner with his right hand, and a little kiss off the glass for Dante Wright. 34-28, 6-point lead for the Bulldogs. 5:20 left in the third.
Largest lead of the day for the Bulldogs.
Sankova not able to find their rhythm on offense. Gary West still scoreless after 24 in the semifinal. West with the screen for Nasir Brown. He knocks down the foul line jumper.
Nice set there by Sankofa.
DuBose extending that pressure out on Dante Wright. Check that, Jameel Brown. Wright, little stop, pop again. He did it on the left side, now he does it on the right side, that time from the block. Gets it to go.
Wright has 7 points this quarter, generating some offense after scoring 7 in the first half. He's got 14 overall.
Back and forth we go, trading baskets. Nasir Brown, lefty in the lane, skies off the glass. West battling, able to corral a loose ball after a couple of taps. Reset out to Jameel Brown, hands off to DuBose.
I think that's just the second offensive rebound for Sankofa today, which is a testament to how well Neighborhood is boxing out defensively.
DuBose and Nasir Brown playing catch. We're going to have a whistle underneath, and I believe it's going to be a call on Hardiman underneath.
Yep.
And that's going to be his
It's going to be his 4th foul.
4th personal foul. So we have 2, Hardiman and Fortson with 4 fouls. Checking into this game, Zaire Pettis, 6'5" freshman.
He acquitted himself well in the first half.
Pettis going to tuck in that jersey, get ready to battle. West trying to post up right off the inbounds.
It's going to be on, it looks like it's going to be on McMurray.
McMurray from behind.
Trying to get position. I think it's on the floor, though. No, it's a shooting foul. Okay.
So West hasn't visited the scoreboard yet today. He's going to head to the line for 2.
He's got 6 rebounds. He only has 1 field goal attempt this game after scoring 24 points and grabbing 12 rebounds in the semifinal win over High Point.
First one up and no good. Ramir Alexander checking back in. Nasir Brown going to have a seat. West eyeing up number 2 from the line. Up and gets a little bit of a roll to bury it to get on the board. 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. Neighborhood Academy 36, Sankofa Freedom 31. Trey McMurray, I've been impressed with his ball handle against the pressure as he's taken over those duties. Swings it out, DeAndre Green into the lane, kicks it back out to Gilmore. Believe we're gonna have it out of bounds. It's gonna stay with the Neighborhood Academy, but we are going to take a TV media timeout here. 3:56 under. You're listening to the PIAA Radio Network.
Today's game is streaming on the NFHS Network. With the NFHS Network, you can watch live and on-demand high school sports on any device, wherever you are. Text your friends and family who aren't at the game and invite them to watch live now at nfhsnetwork.com or with the NFHS Network app for Apple and Android.
The PIAA is proud to use Wilson basketballs. For athletes to perform at their best, they require the best. For over 100 years, that's what Wilson has delivered. Wilson is the best-selling high school basketball and the official basketball of the NBA and NCAA March Madness. Learn more at wilson.com.
The Pennsylvania Association of Broadcasters and the PIAA, 2 community-focused organizations, are proud to be collaborating to provide Pennsylvanians free access to local high school sports broadcasts. To follow your schools, check your local TV and radio stations for coverage. Through the PAB and PIAA partnership, following Pennsylvania student athletes has never been easier.
You are listening to the PIAA Basketball Championships on the PIAA Radio Network.
We're back here on the PIAA Radio Network. Third quarter action of the boys 1A state finals. Neighborhood Academy 36, Sankofa Freedom Academy 31. 3:56 left to go in the third. Andrew Kliss alongside Rich Scarcella. A lot of great action all weekend long here. Eric Thomas, Bob McCool will also be calling games here on the radio network all weekend long. Coach Christy Britton as well on the girls' side. DeAndre Green inbounding for the Bulldogs. Gilmore runs off a double screen, can't get it, comes back to the ball to get it in. Now he's trying to back down Yasir Johnson. Johnson doing a pretty good job. Shot up, and he's fouled. Johnson, very aggressive right up in there on the challenge.
Again, getting to the line, really important. Neighborhood Academy just 4 for 4 from the line, all in the second quarter. First free throw attempts here in the third quarter.
First one rattles out. No shooters roll for Gilmore. As you mentioned, Rich, having those 12 points here.
You know, Neighborhood's done a really good job rebounding. We've talked about that, out-rebounding Sankofa 20-11 without Hardiman. Hardiman's their best rebounder, averaging 8 a game, but Neighborhood's done a really nice job so far.
Full court press now from Neighborhood Academy.
DuBois.
Nasir Brown broke it, found DuBois, excuse me.
Yeah, DuBois, yeah.
DuBois.
Yeah, we got DuBois on our mind. DuBois finally got the ball in his hands and went to the glass and draw the foul.
Since we're talking about the city of DuBois, Gabe French, one of the great PIAA quarterbacks, one of the amazing statistic, accumulating quarterbacks in the PIAA.
Freshman for freshman.
Checking in, Elijah Cunningham for the Bulldogs. Zaire Pettis checks out. The Bows, first one up and good. Second one on its way. Knocks it down.
Full court pressure from Sankofa. They back off. They're in a straight man-to-man, not in their zone, typical zone press.
McMurray handling the duties. It's the Bows. Extending those arms. His length, it's like a 747. DeAndre Green lost the handle, able to get it back, luckily.
Yeah, really nice recovery by Green.
As Johnson had his back turned. Now Gilmore with Johnson eyeing him up. Calls for the screen. Screen from Elijah Cunningham. And we're going to have a moving screen called on Cunningham as he came up.
That'll be turnover number 10 for Neighborhood Academy. And the Warriors come out in a, the Bulldogs come out in a full court press.
1-2-2 trapping. Full court press. Oh, Johnson, what an outlet pass. Dante Precha decks chest into the game, and he gets an easy layup.
That was the easiest basket of the game by either team.
He's on the court for 7 seconds, has his name in the scorebook. Cunningham has to kick it back out. Pressure all over the place. DeAndre Green, good find.
Wow.
Out to Cunningham,
Freshman.
knocks down the triple.
No hesitation there by the big freshman.
The big freshman, stroke with confidence. The Bows got away with a travel, and it's going to stay with the Warriors.
Now Pettis checks back in for Cunningham, but what a shot from the right corner. The three gives Neighborhood Academy a 5-point lead.
Confident stroke from the young man stepping in. Brown trying to get it down to West right off the inbound. No good, and we're going to have an offensive foul.
No, it's going to be on the rebound.
On the rebound, they call it? Okay.
Yeah.
Demoria Brodus. I wasn't sure if it was over the back or a little push after he had it. A little exchange of personnel. Brodus is going to take a seat, and Precha checks back in.
Yeah, Isaiah Thomas shuttling in and players in and out of the game, trying to use the depth to his advantage for Sankofa.
McMurray into the front court. We're going to have an offensive foul on a push-off. That one on McMurray. Coach Jordan Marks is beside himself. Isaiah Thomas going to run Brodus back into the game. It seems Precha's going to play defense. Brodus is going to play offense as much as Coach Thomas could do.
.223 left. A lot of contact in this game. A real physical game, which we expected.
Nasir Brown eyeing up that 3-2 zone. Sankofa likes to overload, and they've been favoring the overload to their side of the court, right in front of the bench.
Trying to get the ball inside to West. So far, unsuccessful.
DeBose with the screen for Brown. Brown spins, gives it back to DeBose into the lane. We're going to have a blocking foul, on Trey McMurray. So McMurray picks up 2 quick ones.
And that will mean
his 4th.
Yeah. Wow. And
Cunningham is going to check back into the game.
Du Bois going to the line to shoot again. He's already 10 for 11. Really single-handedly keeping Sankofa in this game.
First one pure. Here comes Precha. In for Brodus. Trey McMurray, as he goes to the bench with his 4th foul, he's had a really good game. Ball handling, scoring, doing it all for the Bulldogs.
Let's see who handles the ball now against this full court pressure from Sankofa. It looks like it's going to try to be right anyway.
Precha knocks away the inbounds place.
They're going to back off here. I thought maybe, oh no, they're going to stay in it. They're going to stay in full court pressure.
Pressure now on Wright as they get it in.
Here comes the double team.
Wright held right there. Ball's deflected. DeBoe's able to hold them off. DeBoe's into the front court. Contact, up and in. 40-39 right now. Bulldogs up to 1 as DeBoe's cuts it into that lead.
That time defense, Sankofa turned defense into offense, turning the steal into a layup.
Cunningham almost with a 5 count, able to get it over to Gilmore.
Timeout.
Timeout before the pass. Jordan Marks going to talk it over with a 30-second timeout. Neighborhood Academy, their lead has kind of evaporated with this pressure. They are not able to get into any half-court sets.
The Bulldogs got the lead up to 6 3 different times here in the third quarter. Sankofa has whittled it down to 1.
Foul trouble for the Bulldogs. Hardiman with 4. McMurray with 4. McMurray's been doing a lot to alleviate that pressure with a better matchup. On the other side, Fortson with 4 for Sankofa.
He's the only one with more than 2 fouls for the Warriors. Neighborhood so far has weathered the storm, the foul storm that is. Again, 2 players with 4 fouls, 3 with 3.
On the court right now for Jordan Marks, it's going to be Gilmore, Wright, Pettis, Cunningham, and DeAndre Green.
As Jordan Marks predicted, turnovers a big key so far. Neighborhood Academy has turned it over 12 times, Sankofa just 4.
On the court right now, Isaiah Thomas sending in his lineup. It's Nasir Brown, Nafis DeBose, Samad West, Dante Precha, and Yasir Johnson. Gilmore bringing it up against Johnson. DeBose comes
3
triple
players
team.
Yep, they're running. It's
Precha all over Wright. Finally, Wright able to get the call.
And it's going to be, I think it's the 5th foul on Sankofa this quarter.
According to the board, it is.
Yep, there it is. It's 4 or 5, excuse me. It's going to be fascinating to see how this game, if it's is called in the fourth quarter, because if it's a close, and there's been a lot of contact. The officials have done a fairly decent job here, but I think they've called it a little closer this quarter on both ends.
First foul shot for Gilmore off the mark. Second one off the mark as well. Nasir Brown with pace into the front court. That 3-2 zone, Gilmore is going to extend it a little bit, but now decides to fall back. Brown to DeBose.
Still
into
trying
Jameel Brown.
Still trying to get the ball into West. There it is.
There it is.
First basket of the game for West.
Nasir Brown with a nice drive and dish to Samad West. That puts Sankofa up 41-40. Dante Wright trying to get a half-court set here for the Bulldog. That's the third or fourth time he's lost his footing, and it is going to go back to Sankofa on a tie-up.
Yeah, he just slipped. Wright just slipped as he was trying to make a move and cut. Now, Sankofa with a 1-point lead and 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Let's see if they play for one against this zone or not.
Sankofa once led this game by 7. They've now battled back, taking a third lead of the game, up 41-40.
Yeah, they were down 6 3 times in this third quarter.
25 seconds left. Nasir Brown dribbling left to right, plays a little catch with DeBose.
No need to rush
back
here.
Again. Reset, 15 seconds. Into the lane, left hand, decides to pull it out. Great defense by Gilmore. Brown, nowhere to go. swings it near far side over to DeBose. DeBose into the lane, off the mark. The bank not open, loose ball. There's the horn. We are headed to the fourth quarter, 41-40. Sankofa looking for revenge after losing the Neighborhood Academy in the state finals last year. They lead by 1 over the Bulldogs as we head to the fourth here on the PIAA Radio Network.
Today's game is streaming live on the NFHS Network. With the NFHS Network, you can watch live and on-demand high school sports on any device, wherever you are. You can relive all the incredible moments from today's matchup on demand at nfhsnetwork.com or with the NFHS Network app for Apple and Android.
The PIAA Radio Network is brought to you by Wayne Bank, your hometown bank proudly serving communities across Pennsylvania for more than 150 years.
Get a head start on your career in exciting fields like science, communication, engineering, and medicine, along with tuition assistance in the Pennsylvania National Guard. To learn more about the Pennsylvania National Guard, check out Join PA Guard on Facebook and Instagram, or go to nationalguard.com/PA.
The Pennsylvania Association of Broadcasters and the PIAA, two community-focused organizations, are proud to be collaborating to provide Pennsylvanians free access to local high school sports broadcasts. To follow your schools, check your local TV and radio stations for coverage. Through the PAB and PIAA partnership, following Pennsylvania student athletes has never been easier.
You are listening to the PIAA Basketball Championships on the PIAA Radio Network.
We are back for the fourth quarter here on the PIAA Radio Network. Andrew Calista, Rich Scarcella. Boys 1A state final. Sankofa 41. Neighborhood Academy 40 at the moment. The Bulldogs about to inbound from half court.
Sankofa with all the momentum. They had trailed 3 times by 6 points in the third quarter. Fought back and now lead by 1.
It's been a game of runs at time. Can the Bulldogs answer with a run of their own? DeAndre Green sprinting into the backcourt for the inbounds.
Jordan Marks still has his 2 starters with 4 fouls. Hardiman and McMurray on the bench. The 2 freshmen are in, Pettis and Cunningham.
Kendron Gilmore with Yasir Johnson, loses the handle. Corrals it. What a pass down to Elijah Cunningham, and the sweet little bank off the glass. Turnaround, Jay, for the freshman.
Cunningham with 2 big baskets, a 3-pointer from the right corner in the third quarter, and there with the feed from Gilmore.
He is playing well beyond his years. And Gary West going to be bailed out. He was underneath the backboard.
Yeah, there was a foul. That was a good call. Now he got fouled. That's on Pettis. I think that's his
Pettis, that's his fourth foul as well. West's first shot long off the iron. Ball's gonna bound around into the Sankofa bench.
West is trying to make up for his performance in the last year's state final. He's talked about it going into this game. He was disappointed in the way he played. He had a big basket at the end of the third quarter. Let's see if he comes up big here in the fourth.
Second one up and good. Confident stroke from the junior. Kind of took last year's loss personally.
He sure did.
DeAndre Green able to inbound it to Gilmore. Gilmore, nice skip out to midcourt to Wright. Wright kind of has numbers, pulls up from 3. Pettis tips it over to Cunningham. Cunningham can't get it to go with the left hand. West corrals it. Finds his point guard in Nasir Brown.
Let's see how long Jordan Marks waits to put his 2 starters back in. Foul as Brown goes to the basket hard. Nasir Brown, he draws the foul.
Awkward play. He's going to go to the line for 2.
So now 4 Neighborhood Academy players have 4 fouls. Hardiman, McMurray, Cunningham, and Pettis. Jordan Marks has a decision to make. How long is he going to wait to put Hardiman and McMurray back in the game?
And they only play normally 7.
Yep. Brown made the first. Sankofa up 1.
Second one on its way. 2-point advantage now for the Warriors. 44-42, 7:03. Full court pressure extended. Gilmore back to Green. Green into the front court with Wright. Wright, left hand, gonna try to settle it down. You can settle it down. Jameel Brown's right in his hip pocket.
Now they don't give you any room to breathe.
Right into the lane. Off the mark, front of the iron, no good.
Yep, there Jordan Marks is putting the two starters back in. He's seen enough with 6:38 left and down 2.
DeBose able to get it to Yasir Johnson. Little empty on the pass to West. Loose ball corralled by Nasir Brown. Sends it back out to DeBose. They're going to play a little game of catch at the center circle.
Sankofa's done a nice job against the zone. They've been patient, and I think they're continuing to be patient here. Yeah, they have the 2-point lead. They don't have to rush.
They keep working that overload away from us in front of their bench. Entry pass, Jameel Brown finds himself all alone at the foul line. Comes up empty. Cunningham rebounds it. Hands off to Gilmore. 6-minute mark. 44-42, Sankofa. Gilmore loses the handle. We're going the other way.
Yeah, he lost it. He knew it too. And here come the starters back in. McMurray, who's got 8 points, and Hardiman, who hasn't scored yet, but he is their best rebounder. And we have a timeout. I think, I'm not sure if it's Sankofa with the timeout. I believe it is. If it is, both teams have 2 timeouts remaining.
Trey McMurray picked up one of his 4 fouls on an extended arm. Coach Jordan Marks did not like it. It was right in front of him. He checks back in. Rich, you said with those 8 points, he's been the guy to bring the ball up pretty much from middle of the first quarter on against this pressure.
Yeah, Gilmore was filling in and he was struggling. Gilmore has 5 turnovers, and McMurray has been the best ball handler for Neighborhood so far. Again, he was handling the ball most of that second quarter and did a really good job protecting it. He's just got 1 turnover.
Game reset. 2 timeouts left. Aside, as you said, Rich, 2 team fouls for Neighborhood. None on the board for Sankofa. Possession arrow favors the Warriors. 5:53 left. 2-point lead for Sankofa. They fell last year in this game against Neighborhood Academy.
Yeah, that was a 9-point win for the Bulldogs. Neither team has had larger than a 7-point lead in this game.
Sankofa to inbound the basketball.
Let's see if they can work something against this zone to try to get the ball inside to West, so maybe draws the 5th foul on Hardiman. Let's see.
Yasir Johnson in the overload. It goes to the corner. DeBose, ISO on the left. Great defense there by Fortson. They went at him with the 4 fouls. West can't finish. Rebound, Jameel Brown, empty. Du Bois pulls down the miss from Johnson.
First possession of the game that they've had multiple offensive rebounds. They're going to get a 4th chance here.
DeBose and Nasir Brown play catch. Jameel Brown with the screen for DeBose into the lane. Hardiman,
pretty move,
could only go vertical, and DeBose puts it home. 4-point lead for the Warriors.
All the momentum is on Sankofa's side right now.
Dante Wright, he has a count. He breaks it. Almost a 5. Count re-engaged. Loses the handle. Jameel Brown, great defense. Over to Nasir Brown, left-handed runner, good.
Again, they converted defense into offense. They've done that over the last 5-6 minutes.
48-42. Sankofa, they could smell their 2nd state title. Body there. Gilmore can't see the...
Stepped on the end line, on the sideline.
Gilmore
Turnover.
couldn't see the trap coming, and he stepped out of bounds, Rich, as you said.
That's turnover number 16 for Neighborhood. A credit to Sankofa's defense. Just relentless. Jordan Marks waiting for the media timeout, it looks like to me. He only has 2 left, so he's going to wait until the media timeout. Sankofa can be as patient as they want here with a 6-point lead.
48-42. Skip pass to Yasir Johnson from Brown. Brown chases it back down.
Yeah. Isaiah Thomas yelling instructions. Just be patient. They're going to overload again to the right side.
Jordan Marks looking on, deciding when to pull the string out of the zone. No shot clock. It's coming in the PIAA.
Maybe a little high-low here between West and Du Bois, or Du Bois.
West with a screen for Brown. Brown into the lane, kicks it to Johnson. Brown chases it back down, says, give me that rock back. Brown into the lane, no call.
They've had the ball here almost 45 seconds. Coming up on a minute maybe, even close to a minute.
3:30 left in the game.
There's
Jordan Marks shouting instruction.
Yeah, no reason to rush here for Sankofa. They can play with that basketball. They're going to keep as long as Neighborhood's staying in the zone, they're going to try to trap here out of it.
Gilmore came out to extend it. Here's the trap. Johnson able to handle it, finds West as he stepped to the short corner. West gives to Brodus. Brodus back to Johnson. Ball skipped around out top. Nasir Brown into the lane, kick out. Could be a dagger off the mark from Brodus. Ball's tipped. Should be going to Neighborhood Academy, and it is.
Yeah, that's a tough shot after you waited almost a minute and a half. They have all the chips. They have the ball. The clock's in their favor. And to take a deep three there, I'm not sure if that was what Isaiah Thomas would have wanted.
We are under 3 minutes left. 2:59 showing on the clock. 48-42. You're listening to the PIAA Radio Network. Back in 60.
The two things he was worried about.
You can relive all the incredible moments from today's matchup on demand at nfhsnetwork.com or with the NFHS Network app for Apple and Android.
Today's PIAA Radio Network broadcast is brought to you by Wayne Bank, your hometown bank proudly serving communities across Pennsylvania for more than 150 years. Just like our local student athletes, Wayne Bank believes in hard work, teamwork, and commitment to excellence. From Friday night lights to championship moments, Wayne Bank is proud to support the schools, families, and communities that make scholastic sports so special. Wayne Bank, every day better, member FDIC.
You are listening to the PIAA Basketball Championship on the PIAA Radio Network.
We are back here. PIAA 1A Boys State Final, 48-42. Sankofa on top of the Neighborhood Academy. 2:59 showing on the clock. Possession arrow towards the Warriors. Bulldogs with the ball.
Yeah, Neighborhood Academy has the ball under Sankofa's basket. Sankofa showing a press. What Jordan Marks had to decide during that timeout is are the Bulldogs going to stay in that 3-2 zone, or are they going to come out and play man down 6?
Trey McMurray with the bows on him. We're going to have a blocking call.
Just the first team foul on Sankofa this quarter.
DeAndre Green will be inbounding it. Far side in front of the Bulldogs bench on a baseline. Little confusion here from Neighborhood on the set. Has to get it in. Gilmore able to shield off Yasir Johnson. He works on an ISO. Right hand into the lane. He's fouled. Shot no good, but he's going to go to the line for 2. He needs to convert this. Last trip there, he came up empty.
Yeah, great point. They got to make these free throws. He missed 2 late in the third quarter. Every point is vital right now for Neighborhood Academy. Down 6 and 2:44 left.
Kedron Gilmore, first one. Nothing but net. I go old school with the call.
Let's see if he makes this. Let's see what Neighborhood Academy does defensively.
Second one, off the front of the iron, empty. DeBose rebounds.
And they're going man. Yeah, they have to. They can't stay. They couldn't stay in the zone. They have to go man down 5 and 2:30 left.
Gilmore matches up with Nasir Brown. Ball shuffled around. Yasir Johnson with Trey McMurray on him. McMurray with 4 fouls. Excellent defense so far. Johnson into the lane. Believe we're going to have a foul called. Not sure who it's going to be on.
Green, I believe, for the Neighborhood Academy. It's still not over the limit, though. It'll be ball out underneath or on the side. Yeah, it's on Green. And that's his 4th foul, I do believe, or no. Yep, so they have 5 Neighborhood players have 4 fouls.
4 fouls. Have to stay clean. McMurray is shifted over to DeBose. Green stays on Johnson. Hardiman on West does a solid job there. We have a whistle. I believe we have a injury away from the ball.
Yeah. The boys. Something. I don't know what happened. It just looked.
You may have gotten kicked. Loose foot coming around. So we're going to have a timeout. It's not really a timeout, but a stoppage in action. Sankofa's going to inbound the basketball from the 28-foot line opposite the table.
I thought that before the pause, I thought Sankofa would try to get the ball into West against Hardiman. Hardiman with 4 fouls. Let's see if they do that.
Yasir Johnson on a drive into the lane, empty, quick shot right there. Rebounded by McMurray.
Again, I'm not sure that's the shot that Isaiah Thomas wanted. Off balance in the lane.
120 seconds left in this one. Gilmore into the lane. Stop, kicks to McMurray. Off the mark on an air ball. Green able to collect it. Up and good. Gilmore with the right hand.
Wow.
What a pass from DeAndre Green, able to find him. And Gilmore makes them pay. 48-45. Timeout, Neighborhood Academy. Sankofa seems a little bit confused, players on what's going on right now.
Isaiah Thomas is talking to Yasir Johnson right now, asking, why did you take that shot? We have a 5-point lead. There's no reason to rush a shot, and that he's explaining. It's a teaching moment right now.
Yasir Johnson has played one heck of a game.
He absolutely
Off the bench, he has been probably the best defender for Sankofa in this ball game, in my opinion.
Just some really resilience there from Neighborhood Academy. They were down 6. They've got it down to 3 on Gilmore's basket off the, as you mentioned, the pretty feed from DeAndre Green.
Yasir Johnson playing a little bit like Tyronn Lue against Allen Iverson in the finals.
Yeah,
I was trying to come up with a Philadelphia basketball reference there.
Yeah, to make us feel older, Andrew. If there's any high school kids listening, that's way before they were born.
These kids will never understand the significance of that step over from the man they called the answer.
Yeah, let's see Neighborhood. Let's see if it looks like they're showing some kind of pressure. I think they're going to go to their zone trap. Yep, it looks like a 1-2-2 3-quarter trap. Here we go.
Into Nafis DeBose, looking back to Nasir Brown, who inbounded it. Yasir Johnson is at the dot. Nasir Brown looking. They break the pressure with DeBose. Pretty feed over to Johnson. He goes in, crashes down hard. We're going to have a foul.
Looks like it's going to be on Green, and if it is, that's foul number 5. So the first Neighborhood starter fouls out.
That is going to be 5, and it is on Green. Green's line's going to close out 2 points, 1 of 3 from the field. It's a little bit banged up. 7 rebounds. 7 rebounds from DeAndre Green. Yasir Johnson going to the line for 2, up 3 for the Warriors.
Yeah, 139 left.
What a job by Coach Jordan Marks. First one short on the iron from Johnson. I was saying, what a job from Jordan Marks and his squad to manage this foul situation that they've even gotten to this 1:39 left.
They still have 4 other players with 4 fouls. Just incredible.
Second one from Johnson. Off to the right. West rebounds. We're going to have a foul on the floor.
On the floor.
I think it's going to be Hardiman on a hold.
Yeah, West came down with maybe the biggest offensive rebound of the afternoon for Sankofa, and it is on Hardiman, and it is his 5th. Not, and they are in the bonus.
Hardiman's going to check out. Jordan Marks wastes no time. Elijah Cunningham and Zaire Pettis, they've been the two off the bench. They are in the game.
Cunningham, Cunningham has already fouled out. Pettis has 4. So that isn't on Hardiman. It's on let's see. I think they made a mistake because Cunningham's in the game. Yeah,
Cunningham's in the game.
So it was on Hardiman.
Yep.
And he made the first.
West first up and good, eyeing up the second one. It's a 4-point game right now. Stays a 4-point game. Cunningham collects the loose ball. Gilmore now with Yasir Johnson on him.
Neighborhood escape there. That could have been maybe even a 3-point play. It ended up being 1.
Yasir Johnson, 2 hands. As Gilmore goes into the lane, he finds Dante Wright. Dante Wright into the lane. Little fadeaway. Gets the shooter's roll.
Here comes the pressure from Neighborhood.
Gilmore has to be the one to foul.
And West with a breakaway dunk.
An exclamation point as we hit the 60-second mark, 51-47. Gilmore into the lane, pull up. He's fouled on the jump shot. Correct call, a lot of elbow, deadly to a shooter.
Yeah, this is far from over. It's a 4-point game with 54-3 left. But West, man, that must have felt good for him, who struggled in last year's championship game, and he's struggled offensively today. Just his second basket of the game, but he does have 10 rebounds.
Gilmore back to the line, needs both. Up and good. Jordan Marks needs to find somebody if he wants a quick foul here, because only Gilmore on the court can do it.
Right now,
and Dante Wright.
I would foul West. He's 3 for 6, or maybe even Johnson, who just missed 2.
Gilmore to the line for the second. Steps in, second one, shooter's roll. That was on the iron for a long time. Timeout, Coach Jordan Marks at Neighborhood Academy.
I believe that's their last timeout as well.
54.3 left. Sankofa 51, Neighborhood 49. The Warriors will go to the line on the next Neighborhood foul, and they also have the arrow.
Just a great single-A boys championship game as we expected. 51-49. Sankofa with the lead. Neighborhood Academy showing some tremendous resilience. They've already lost 2 players with 5 fouls. They have 3 others with 4. Coach Jordan Marks has done a great job keeping the Bulldogs in this game. They've committed, despite their 16 turnovers as well.
Looking at the foul shooting situation for the Warriors. DeBose, 12 of 13 from the line.
You don't want to foul him.
Nasir Brown, 4 of 4. West, 3 of 6. Yasir Johnson just missed his only 2 opportunities. Jordan Marks has to employ a strategy here where it's Gilmore or Wright to commit the foul.
Right. Sankofa is overall is 19 for 25 from the line compared to 8 for 12 for Neighborhood Academy. And here comes the pressure. 3-quarter court, 1-2-2 pressure from the Bulldogs.
I expect a double on DeBose. There it is. DeBose looking. Jordan Marks not happy with the call, but DeBose is going to go to the line.
Yeah, that's the last person he wanted to foul, and Jordan Marks obviously didn't think that the Bulldogs fouled him.
A long walk down from the corner all the way to the free throw line. DeBose, orange shoes, spandex shorts underneath the game shorts. First one is short. Huge miss. 51-49. This will stay a 1-possession game. Steps into the second one. West
Wow.
gets position, ball tipped up, chased down by McMurray from opposite the lane.
He had been 12 for 13 and missed 2. And a foul on Sankofa.
Way away from the basket. Yasir Johnson with the body on Gilmore.
Boy, 43 seconds left, and he's got no timeouts left. You wonder, can Neighborhood play for one shot considering their foul situation?
Yasir Johnson, he's been the best defender on guards this entire game. Checks out or sent out with his 5th foul, I should say. A tremendous game from Johnson. 3 points, 1 of 3 from beyond the arc. If Sankofa wins this game, he'll be the first chapter in it with the defensive job that he's been able to do. Delaying the action here as Gilmore's just trying to get to his spot. A lot of dead ball contact from Jameel Brown. Gilmore able to break it dangerously close to the half-court line. It's in through the press. Jameel Brown, no call there. Floater off the rim. It just falls out. Loose ball, and it is going back to Sankofa.
The officials ruled that it was off Pettis under the basket.
What a look from Gilmore getting into the lane.
Hit 3 different parts of the rim, but didn't go in.
Pressure, expect a quick foul. Into DeBose, he just missed 2. Over to Nasir Brown.
No, oh, man.
It's got to be Gilmore or Wright. Gilmore commits the foul right there.
Yeah, they couldn't wait. You couldn't wait. It's 24 seconds left and down 2.
Going to the line, Jameel Brown. He has not been there today. .24 seconds left. 2-point lead. Brown staring it down from the charity stripe. First one, pure. Can't say it any better.
Here's the thing, Neighborhood does not have a timeout. Let's see if he makes this. They go down 4 if they go for a 2 or a 3.
3-point game. It's now a 4-point game. Jameel Brown clutch from the charity stripe. Gilmore presses. Looks like he's going in for 2. Contact lane, no call. Neighborhood Academy. Sankofa secures it. They need a foul. Neighborhood Academy, there's the foul from Wright. Jameel Brown going back to the line. They are dancing behind the Warriors bench with 11.9 seconds left. 53-49, and they have 2 foul shots upcoming.
And this could seal it. Gilmore went hard to the basket. I was blocked out. It looked like he just couldn't get the basket. We saw the ball, it just didn't get it to fall. I don't know if there was contact or not. But Sankofa closing in on a state championship and revenge from last year's loss.
First one, butter. For any millennials listening, butter. Checking into the game for the Neighborhood Academy, Dreyer Mack, junior, number 12. First action of the game.
I'm guessing he's in to shoot a 3. That's my only guess.
Brown's second one. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Gilmore pressing it up into the front court. Needs a 3, gets one off, hits
man.
it.
And that's it. They don't have to inbound
They don't
the
have
ball.
to inbound. Sankofa storms the court. They get revenge on the Bulldogs for last year. 55-52 the final in your boys 1A PIAA championship.
Really had to work for that. What a terrific single A championship game between 2 outstanding basketball teams. Sankofa just had a little bit too much defensively, got the points they needed in the fourth quarter in those final few minutes, and made some big free throws, especially those 4 by Jameel Brown. What a great championship game. Sankofa gets revenge.
Samad West took the loss personally last year, put it all on himself. He's ecstatic. The handshake line's commencing. What a game here. Just the second game of the day, second game of the weekend here for the PIAA championships.
I'm telling you, there are, 10 games left? It's going to be hard to top this one.
If 6 are like this, it's going to be a fantastic weekend. That's how good this one was. Just going down a real quick game reset. Nafis DeBose, 18. Nasir Brown, 15. Jameel Brown, 8. Samad West, 9. Yasir Johnson, 3. Dante Precha, a big 2 in this ball game.
Yeah, but really, those 4 free throws in the final 24 seconds made by Jameel Brown were massive. Sankofa had a 2-point lead, and he went to the line and calmly made 4.
We're gonna step aside for just a little bit. The Feast of Bows, I believe that's what we're gonna do. Actually, no, we're gonna stick it here. Give you the game stat reset for Neighborhood Academy as they get their silver medals here from members of the PIAA staff. Derek Hardiman didn't score, but played an excellent game defensively down low. Kedron Gilmore, 21 points in this ball game, 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. DeAndre Green, 2 points. Trey McMurray, 8, 2 of 4 from beyond the arc. Dante Wright, 14, 2 of 4 from beyond the arc. Elijah Cunningham, great job off the bench. Played with 4 fouls for a lot of the fourth quarter. 5 points, 2 of 4 from the field. And Zaire Pettis, great job defensively, down low in the zone, 2 points for a total of 52. Neighborhood Academy, disappointed with the silver medal.
Well, Neighborhood Academy won the state championship last year, beat Sankofa, but really had to rebuild. They lost 4 of their top 6 players last year. Just a terrific job. Just what an outstanding 25-4 season, state runner-up in single A boys. And what an effort. They fought foul trouble all afternoon and hung in there till the very end.
We're going to step aside for a quick little break as the medals are going around the next for the Neighborhood Academy. Coming up next, the Sankofa Warriors, your state champions, will be receiving some gold. Stay with us. You're listening to the PIAA Sports Network.
Are you having trouble saving to buy a home? The Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency offers down payment and closing cost assistance. Learn more at phfa.org or just Google PHFA and find out how you can buy a new home. The PIAA would like to thank preferred headwear and head brand supplier Outdoor Cap and Junk Brands for their continued sponsorship of PIAA athletics. Their products are built to perform with style from the sidelines to the stands. Visit junkbrands.com to learn more. Are you looking for a career doing work that matters? Consider a degree program that will take you 2 years or less from Thaddeus Stevens College of Technology, where you can receive collaborative, hands-on training and specialized knowledge. There's a high demand for our graduates, and the average starting salary is $52,500. Visit stevenscollege.edu to learn more. Fans, head over to Hershey's Chocolate World and experience a free chocolate making tour that ends with a Hershey's sample. Visit our exciting attractions, create your own candy bar, learn the art of chocolate tasting, or embark on a whimsical train ride to magical Hershey candy lands without leaving your seat. Treat yourself to a delicious milkshake or mouth-watering chocolate chip cookie. And shop for all of your favorites at the world's largest Hershey's store. We'll see you soon at Hershey's Chocolate World.
The PA Attorney General's Office and the PIAA remind you to not let pain become a killer. If you suspect a teammate, family member, or friend of abusing prescription drugs, Tell a coach, tell a teammate, tell a teacher, tell someone. For help and information, go to ddap.pa.gov, and together we can ensure that pain doesn't become a killer.
You are listening to the PIAA Basketball Championship on the PIAA Radio Network. Welcome to the PIAA Radio Network Postgame Show. With a recap of the championship game, here's Eric Thomas.
We are back here, live from the Giant Center courtside. The gold medallions going around the neck of the Warriors from Sankofa Freedom, their second state title, their first since 2019. 5-pound Hershey chocolate bar making its way out. The chip, the net around the trophy. Rich, this was an excellent basketball game.
It really was. I mean, Sankofa just was the aggressor from about the middle of the first quarter on, and really, the game really changed. There was a sequence in the fourth quarter. Sankofa was up to 44-42. Then 3 offensive rebounds produced a drive by Dubose, put them up 4, and then they created a turnover, and Nasir Brown scored off that turnover and put the Warriors up 6, and they led the rest of the way. And really, the difference was their defense. They created 16 turnovers and just pressured the ball from as soon as the ball crossed midcourt. Did a wonderful job pressuring the ball, forcing Neighborhood Academy to work for everything. But Neighborhood Academy put up a great fight. Came very, very close to pulling this out despite all its foul trouble.
Pure disappointment from the Neighborhood Academy. Their trophy sitting above the lane. Sankofa, they get their trophy, and it is about to be pandemonium here once the formal pictures are taken of the senior leaders, Nasir Brown, Yasir Johnson, Nafis Dubose, and Jameel Brown. Medals are being adjusted. You want to make sure this picture is picture perfect.
Yeah,
and here comes the celebration.
Yeah, just a really, really gutty performance by Sankofa, and this is what they had been waiting a year for since that 60-51 loss last year to Neighborhood Academy in the 1A championship game. They wanted revenge, and they got it. They got it in a very, very thrilling basketball game.
They came out defensively. I think the best compliment you could ever say about a high school player defensively was junkyard dog, and they were junkyard dog from baseline to baseline, sideline to sideline.
Yeah, nothing came easy for the Neighborhood Academy Bulldogs. Nothing at all. I mean, they did shoot over 50%, 18 for 35 from the field, 8 for 14 from 3. But the 16 turnovers, they loom larger. That's the reason why Sankofa was able to pull out this 3-point win.
And just getting into the sets.
Yes.
Getting into the sets. I mean,
yes.
It wasn't like it was once you got over half court, little relax on the defense. They were nonstop, multiple times, blindside double teams coming out of nowhere.
And even triple teams. You saw that late in the game as Gilmore was trying to get to the basket. They were sending 2 and 3 defenders at him.
Into the crowd go the Warriors.
They're thrilled. This is, again, they've been waiting a year for this to gain revenge for that loss to Neighborhood Academy in the finals last year, 60-51. They pull out a 3-point win. Great season for Coach Isaiah Thomas and the Sankofa Warriors.
Coach Thomas, he was very serious before the game, a little less serious right now. The pressure has melted away. Tip of the cap to both fan bases for small schools. Neighborhood Academy bringing a nice contingent. Sankofa Academy bringing a very large contingent up here to celebrate their victory right here. Going to be a great ride home. Lindsey Barna, one of the great PIAA executive staff members, escorting Nafis DeBose over. He brings the trophy with him. It's a great sight here for us here at courtside. Unfortunately on the radio, you can't see it at home. Nafis, amazing game. Amazing game.
Thank you. How sweet is this to make amends for last year?
It's an awesome experience. This week we did so much prepping. Even with our state champions from 2019, they won it. The alumni was at our practice yesterday. We had so many alumni there ready to support us and tell us we ready to win it this year. We were so ready. The alumni, they gave us so much options. They said, run hard, play your best ever. Leave it all out there. And that's what we did.
Why do you think you were able to pull this one out? What was it? What part of the game was it?
Well, from last year, we missed a lot of free throws. It was so much stuff. We missed a lot of free throws. We missed a lot of layups. So I feel like us getting older and our group maturing, because obviously our 10th graders from last year now are juniors. I feel like it's just a maturity thing. I talk to them all the time. I don't think I could talk to them last year, but this year they started getting more mature.
You guys played defensively a havoc style from baseline to baseline. Where did that energy come from, and where does that mentality come from to be able just to be in an offensive player's hip pocket the entire court?
Well, it comes with everybody was just thirsty. We all knew what it was when we came on this floor. Obviously, this is the best. I think this is the best arena in Pennsylvania, and I think just coming back from last year, we saw the big lights. We knew the opportunity was, and we took advantage of it.
How does it feel taking that championship trophy this year over to your bench and into the stands with your fans?
It feels so good, especially in 2019. We watched the film over and over and over again so many times of what they did, how they executed, and it just feels so good. Now I feel like I'm a part of history as well.
Monsieur, Nafis, sorry.
You good.
How important were the free throws by Jameel Brown, those last 4?
Well, we talked about them all the time. I said we got to lock in. This is our last game ever as high schoolers in the Sankofa jersey. And honestly, that's just my brother. I talk to him all the time about free throws, what you got to do different, how you got to stay on the floor and no fouls. I talk to him about all of it all the time. But that was just big free throws at the end for him.
How long are you going to remember this? You had 18 points in the state championship game. After what happened last year, you guys come back, you hit your goal, you get your revenge. What's this mean to you?
It's just an awesome experience, especially all the work I put in last year. I'd stay in the gym at 6 in the morning from summer to the beginning of the school year. I worked all summer for it. I knew the free throws that I missed, it was so crucial last year. And this year, I just came back for revenge tour.
Congratulations. Great,
young man.
Outstanding job.
Thank
you. I appreciate y'all.
You got it. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Nafis DeBose, what a moment for him. Team leader, start to finish of this ball game. There wasn't anything he could not do out on the court.
Nah, he really set the tone. And I didn't think he was aggressive enough offensively at times. But he got to the line, made, as you said, made 12 of 15 free throws. I didn't want to ask him. I thought those 2 misses with about 50 seconds left, I thought, oh boy, he's really going to, that could weigh on him. But no, Jameel Brown able to make those final free throws. They were able to hold off Neighborhood Academy, but he was outstanding. I mean, he really was outstanding. Protected the basketball, just 2 turnovers. Just a great win for Sankofa.
55-52. What a start to the boys' slate here in Hershey, Pennsylvania, the sweetest place on earth. Sankofa's going to enjoy that 5-pound chocolate bar. Nasir's made his way over to TV. We are going to make our way to prepping for later on in the day. We hope you enjoyed listening to our call here on the PIAA Radio Network. On the girls' side, Coach Christy Britton is going to be doing some color as the day goes on. Eric Thomas will be back. Rich Scarcella will be back. Bob McCool will be taking over some play-by-play duties as well. So it's a great weekend of action here from Hershey, Pennsylvania. We thank you for tuning in. We're going to sign off here from the boys' 1A state championship. They'll be back in about 90 minutes. Sankofa, 55. Neighborhood Academy, 52. We'll see you in a bit.
Thank you for tuning in to today's state championship game on the PIAA Radio Network. This broadcast is intended exclusively for the benefit of the listening audience, and any use, broadcast, or distribution of this broadcast without the express written consent from the PIAA is strictly prohibited. Stay tuned for more state championship broadcasts on the PIAA Radio Network, and stay up to date with sports news all across the Commonwealth at PIAA.org. The preceding has been a presentation of the PIAA Radio Network.